Number 6, Dusty Lane Dixie, has returned to the track. And the fillies are now going to be lining up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time for the 9th. Race 9 of the afternoon, Donnie and George Turner Memorial. Filly Division, purse of $9,110. Fernhill Indigo, Tobin's Hottie. High Roller, Salzburg Feisty. First Filly Chip, Dusty Lane Dixie. Redland Peaches, and Sensational Gal. They're off and pacing with Fernhill Indigo along the rail away looking for the early lead. High Roller driving up on the outside. Taking a seat will be Tobin's Hottie in 3. Crossing over, Salzburg Feisty will find a gap at the rail in 4. Emerging 5th is First Filly Chip. Back in 6, Dusty Lane Dixie. Followed by Redland Peaches in 7 and Sensational Gal. Gets away last in 8th. On down the backstretch and past the opening panel, and now taking over High Roller will now dictate the pace, letting it a length and a half. Fernhill Indigo gave way to sit the pocket second, tied up third. That's Tobin's Hottie with Salzburg Feisty. Next in line, 4th, gap of 2.5. Back in 5, First Filly Chip. Opening quarter was 28 and 1. Off the turn and into the stretch now as they approach the half, led by High Roller. Out there by 2. Here comes Salzburg Feisty now, mounting a first over bid second. Inside third, that is Fernhill Indigo. 4th along the rail for Tobin's Hottie. 5th and moving to the outside. Gap to the cover is First Filly Chip. 6th and moving off the rail, Dusty Lane Dixie. Back to Redland Peaches and Sensational Gal. On to the Redland Farms backstretch for the final time. 57 and 2 was the half there. Led to 3/4 by High Roller. Braving it first over, that is Salzburg Feisty second. Inside locked in the pocket, Fernhill Indigo is traveling third. Still gap in the cover outside. 4th is First Filly Chip. They arrive at 3/4, and Salzburg Feisty is taking on High Roller as they move on now to the 7/8. It's High Roller at the rail trying to fend off Salzburg Feisty in behind them and getting a golden trip third. That is Fernhill Indigo. 3 high. Here comes Dusty Lane Dixie. On 8th left to come as the fillies move off the top turn. 127 and a 5th. Dusty Lane Dixie, Salzburg Feisty with the lead. Dusty Lane Dixie on the outside is trying to close in. Salzburg Feisty, Dusty Lane Dixie, Salzburg Feisty will win the filly division of the Turner Memorial, holding off Dusty Lane Dixie and Redland Peaches. Mile in 157 and 2/5. Well, the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure, the winner of the second filly division of the Turner Memorial, number 4, Salisbury Feisty, 3-year-old bay filly by Big Jim out of the Bettor's Delight Dam, First Delight. Bred by Salzburg Stables Incorporated, now owned by Kerry and Lois Saunders of Bible Hill, trained by Kerry Saunders. Mark Campbell, that's his 4th winner on today's program, Salzburg Feisty. Pacing at 157 and 2/5. That's a new lifetime best. Trackside, members of the Turner family, joined by racing analyst Grady Hashi and GM Steve Fitzsimmons, making the blanket presentation to the connections of Salzburg Feisty, winning the second filly division in 157 and 2.